but everyone needs to say hi to YouTube because it's a requirement. It's cute when I forget about the hi YouTube, hi Twitch thing, right? And I don't say it for a while, but you guys still remember. I still see people in Twitch chat typing hi YouTube. And then on YouTube, they always like to say like, hi Twitch, have a nice day. YouTube is so nice to you guys. Can I say it? You guys are mean. YouTube is kind. Hi YouTube, Twitch is better, lol. Okay, well, we don't need a backhanded comment here, okay? Gotta keep it clean. Bro, there's a bathroom in the fish tank. Are there fish in there? There's food on the bottom. Where's the fish? This is crazy. I mean, listen, okay. It's not the most high class, highbrow fish tank idea, right? What is that? What's that? There's a subreddit for this. Awful taste but great execution or something like that. Awful idea that was, I don't know. There's a subreddit for this. Terrible idea. You've had a terrible idea. But as far as execution goes, that's a pretty damn good tank. And the fact that there's not a fish in it makes me more inclined to like it. I think it's kind of funny, actually. The tiny toilet, the tiny sink. You guys can't really see the tiny sink, but here. There's a tiny sink and a tiny little like bowl in the corner. They took shitty aquariums too literal. Okay. And she's asking why the guppies died when she switched everyone to a new tank. Oh my god. That pleco takes up most of the tank. It's like 8 guppies. Oh my god, never mind. There's like 10 dead guppies in the bottom. There's algae on the glass, a pile of dead guppies in the bottom, and then this pleco, which has just destroyed the tiny amount of substrate. How are you alive? Plecos have oxygen requirements, man. How are you doing this? I guess the filtration is enough to get enough oxygen to this pleco. This is crazy. I'm not sure it is alive. It wouldn't be upright like that if it wasn't. I think it's alive. That's crazy. A pile of dead guppies is also a crazy thing to post. Guy in England brings his aquarium on the train. A passenger is seen with a fish tank on a tray table as the train headed to Derby, a city in the East Midlands region of England. Captured this fishy scene as a man transported a tank complete with water, live fish, and air filter plugged into the power socket. I mean, I guess you gotta get things. That's gotta be a pain to carry. A 10-gallon full of water is probably fairly heavy, or like even half full of water is probably fairly heavy, and it goes back and forth. The tray table's gonna break. The fish are on life support, but hey, if you have no other way to transfer your fish, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. This is not the worst. He kept the filter and everything, an air filter plugged into the power on the train. I'm just saying, they're going places. This guy is going places, literally. Yeah, the fish are on a day trip. He's just taking his fish for a walk. What the hell? Are those the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Why are they in an aquarium bowl? What scene of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did I miss as a kid that has this? My son threw a whole container of guppy food in my tank. Oh, children do the darndest things, don't they? The entire bottom is just layered with food and dead fish, I assume. Oh wait, no. Those aren't dead fish, right? The fish are alive. That's just colorful rocks and food? Well, at least everything survived. You guys want to hear a fun story? I went away somewhere for a weekend, okay? And I had a fish tank, and this was when I was a teenager. And I asked my dad to take care of the fish tank. I said, it's really simple, okay? You don't gotta clean, you don't gotta do anything. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna set aside, I'm gonna show you how much food you gotta put in, and you just do that every other day while I'm gone. That's it. He only had to feed like 3 times. I was gone a week. I showed him exactly how much. I come back, it's these pellets, like the pellet food. I come back from wherever I was, and the substrate, the gravel substrate on the bottom of my tank has another layer just as thick of pellets. Like he had to have emptied more than half, and these come in large containers of the pellets. I made it very clear how much for him to put in. It was like a pinch or 2 maximum, and homie had like an entire extra substrate. And I get home and I'm like, oh my god, all my fish were alive, but I was like, if this starts decaying, the tank is going to be so overloaded with ammonia that everything's going to die. So, because he felt bad about it, I reversed the situation, business tactic, mogul moves. I convinced him to let me get a 55 gallon so that I could move all the fish into that. And so I moved all my fish into a 55 gallon so that they wouldn't die in the 10 gallon. And that's how I upgraded my aquarium. Stonks. Though he did actually probably, if I hadn't done that, they probably would have died. So I love the Sims 4 game, but my God, is this cruel. It's fine. It's space dependent. Oh, I'm back up at the Orca. Shit. Almost all the staples of a shitty aquarium. 75 gallons. What does this tank need? You've got a pleco. You've got a monster fish. Some other fish. Bunch of rocks. That needs like a... oh, there's a cop car. It needs the SpongeBob's house. Everyone would have that, right? SpongeBob's house. What other crappy aquariums? Pink gravel, maybe? I don't think there would be an air filter or anything. There's a lot of them. She worked in a pet store. She knows what she's talking about. $15. Not selling separately. Please don't try to educate me on how to raise a fish. No fish that should live in something that small. Have you ever owned a fish? No offense, but I worked in a pet store and it's perfectly normal and safe for any small fish. Classic human hubris. I love the human brain. My daughter's grandparents wanted to get her a fish. Never had them before, and this is what the pet store sent them home with. What'd you expect, man? Don't trust the pet store. There are very few, and they're mostly like small, private, owned by passionate people pet stores that will value fish welfare over money. Because as a pet store owner, why would you? I mean, your pet stores and aquarium stores specifically do not make a lot of money. Like, you have to sell what you can sell when you can sell it. They just gotta sell stuff, man. If they can sell you on a concept and how easy it is, that's great. My sister got sold a hamster cage for a baby rat. Yeah, I think it's important. I think people forget, right? Like when you go into, I don't know, like a furniture store, there's a very clear understanding that the employee at the furniture store is trying to sell you furniture, right? When you go into a lot of different stores, there's an understanding that the person, like a mattress store, you understand that the person at the mattress store is trying to get you to buy a mattress. But for whatever reason, people are like disillusioned with pet stores. People go into pet stores and they're like, thinking of this person as their friend, as someone who wants to help them gain information and gain knowledge and that kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, Bob over at the furniture store has the most knowledge about furniture as well. But if you buy just solely based on Bob's recommendation, well, Bob wants you to buy the most furniture you can buy from his store, so Bob profits. The same thing is true of aquarium stores. They might be the most knowledgeable person in that specific area, but we have the internet nowadays. You don't need to just take people at their word in aquarium stores. They just want money, man. And you can't blame them. I mean, capitalistic society, but you know. Putting my school project ecosystem aquarium bowl in here. It's, the fact that the majority of it is, wait, is that a fake plant? This one looks fake. This plant looks real, just because it's bendy. Okay, I'm just gonna move on. Shitty saltwater tank at a major cancer center in New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey mentioned. Woo! Just a bunch of fake corals and then the typical fish that everyone wants to see. Yeah, Dory. Wait, is Dory upside down? That's not even... Is this even a blue tang? Why is she upside down? Oh, wait, she's on her side. Oh, Dory's not doing so good. Neither is this fish. Dory dead. Dory didn't make it. Well, at least they're probably curing cancer. Hey, you can cure cancer, but you can't keep an aquarium fish alive. Everybody has their talents. This is why when I reacted to that one Hassan video, I tried to make it clear, like, Hassan has absolutely no idea what he is talking about in this. Please do not listen to him. He is more educated in politics than I am, but when it comes to fish, people take people at their word because they know one thing. Like, I know fish, so people would listen to my opinions on things, which you should just not do. You shouldn't listen to me about anything, other than fish, probably. And maybe some other general nature stuff in advance. Okay, here's the hierarchy, right? If I talk about fish, you should pretty much trust me blindly. Now, that's not... You don't actually have to do that. You can do your own research. But in general, you can probably trust me blindly when it comes to fish. If I talk about adjacent animals, if I talk about bugs, weevils, that kind of thing, you can probably trust me, but if you want, do your own research. If I talk about anything else, don't trust a goddamn word that I'm saying. Maybe some video game stuff that I have a lot of experience in, but like, why do you put people on a pedestal just because they have knowledge about one thing, right? Like, I'm an idiot. If you ask all the people who know me well, I'm an idiot. I do like a lot of stupid things. I miss very logical situations. I don't read social situations very well. I'm not smart. I just know a lot about fish. Like, way too much about fish, and minnows specifically. Like calling a cat a cervix. Okay, I thought we had moved on from that. But I guess if you guys want to bring that up again, we could just... I was close, okay? You're all gonna say you just knew the word serval off the top of your head. You just had that. You just knew that was in the... Yeah, Captain Morgan's with a betta fish in it. Isn't this... I think this is a common frat thing. Oh, wow. Not the Svedka bottles. Yeah, with a betta in each one. Oh no, look at his face. I do have a bottle of vodka in my apartment, but I promise there is no betta fish in it. Tucker Murphy Pet Betta Fish Starter Kit. So you can have 2 bettas in one, presumably, I don't know, half-a-gallon tank. Pet betta fish saw trap. I'll lift the gate when you solve the puzzle. Found this monstrosity on Facebook. Op is trying to remedy the algae by doing large... rinsing the filter? Is that one of those squishy balls that you put in... that you, like, play with? What is this? Bro. What? I'm very confused. It's a freshwater tank. This looks like one of the balls that you like throw against the ground and it kind of bounces. Why is it radioactive green? I've learned not to question color because I have seen every color under the rainbow in fish tanks. Didn't know they make fidget toys for fish. What one makes one think an old coffee pot would be a suitable environment for 2 goldfishes? Now that's a new one. I'm always thinking of new places where I can put fish. New things that can hold water that I can put a goldfish inside of. A coffee pot. It's a good... Don't plug it in. It's like the person who put them inside the blender. Person used an old blender and put goldfish on it. The temptation to press the button. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's one way to heat the tank. That would actually be kind of funny. You put the coffee filter on like half to heat the tank. I think that would be very omnidirectional heating though, and would probably be more likely to cook or kill them than it would to actually help. Alright, that is all the crappy aquariums that I'll be looking at for today.